Mentioning that grip, as we said just a second ago there, you can see that left hand grip now very different. The fact I can sort of see your 3 or 4 back fingers of your left hand on here, okay? And the club, if I draw a line up through the club there, your left hand is off that green line, where if I go up this way, that's pretty much on your left wrist a little bit more. Yeah, it's still a little bit round from the side to side, but at least your hand is slightly more over, it's more in the fingers, okay? I'd say that's probably okay on this right hand side. It's kind of close enough and it still feels comfortable to where you want it to be, but it's moving towards where you need to be. If you go too much to start with, it just feels so extreme, we just feel really awkward. So in time we can gradually move that left hand a little bit more round this way, so just turning a little bit more sort of, as you're looking down a bit more clockwise, I guess, that palm facing down a little bit more, and that will help your wrist hinge a lot more. So in the backswing, when you went back, the left wrist now had to kind of arch a little bit, as you can see, that's sort of bowing of the left wrist. And because of that there, now when you came back to the golf ball, there wasn't that much power, and you look at the follow through now, quite a small kind of static, just like please hit the golf ball correctly, which is what I said. I think very often that's kind of the two ends of the spectrum. You've got the kind of hit it right, hit it proper, but not much power, give it a smack as hard as you can, a bit out of control. So it's find that middle ground, I suppose. When you put the impact bag there, you could see how much energy and hit you could hit the bag with. There's speed there. It wasn't like you were, not as if this is your fastest speed you can swing, it's just almost, you want to just try and just get the good contact and just hit it right, rather than, okay, let's give it a good smack and see where that ball goes. Okay, so this is the practice swing now again. Much better wrist, much better wrist hinge there, we can see. So your left wrist now is not so kind of bowed around there. If we look at those two positions back here, there to there, you can see your watch is kind of pointing over here somewhere, where your watch is a bit more towards the camera. So if that watch is visible, it's here rather than going round there. Okay, so that's a good move. Left foot lifting off the ground doesn't need to come off there, but again, it's a better backswing there. As you swing through, look how much more movement there is through there, through the golf ball, comparison to that. A lot closer in with the hands to the body. If you notice now, your right foot, she's up on her toe, you're twisting your hips around here, your shoulders. I mean, the knee hasn't moved there, the foot's still flat on the ground, your hands are very close to the body. Okay? So it's like just a guidey tap rather than let's give it a hit. Now, that was a practice swing, so in fairness to you, okay, we'd expect it to be slightly in between. So there's your old swing, there's your practice swing. It's now kind of find the middle ground with these two, okay? As we step to the golf ball, again, good grip, good wrist hinge, okay? Good strike of the ball. Again, look at that speed through the golf ball. Look at the movement there now. You can see there's a lot fuller movement here as you're twisting through. Whereas this one here now looks very kind of like just a bit of a flick with the hands edge to hopefully go well. And that's why I say you went from hitting at sort of 40, 45 yards average to 80 yards, almost went there. I think I had a couple of shots there I did see went almost into 90 yard. Okay, so and with that club, we can get towards 90 yards with that club. That's going to make it a lot easier on a golf course. In a sense, you're covering one shot what was taking two of these shots. So a 90-yard shot, if you're playing a hole that's 300 yards, that'd be 3 full shots at 90 and a couple of sort of, or a small little 30-yard chip. With this technique, it's going to be 6 shots of 90 and then another shot, sorry, six shots of 45, then another 45 shots. There'd be 7 shots there or 4 shots here. So if you're saving yourself 3 shots per long hole, it's going to be a lot easier to score. And again, if you miss hit it, which we're going to do, catch the end of the club, you get a bit of vibration. As long as you've got some speed through the golf ball, then giving a good hit, at least it'll go somewhere. It might go on the ground, but I'd rather go somewhere on the ground than just trying to be so precise and just sort of just dink it forward. Okay, so it's having that confidence to hinge those wrists on the way back, and then give it a good twist through, get that body twisting through, get some power through the golf shot. Okay, but grip position to start with is need to get better to help that wrist. If you hold it around here, you're gripping too much with the fingers, you're going to squeeze on, and you feel your hands get a bit sore and a bit tough after gripping, you are just gripping on too tight. Okay, makes sense?
Yeah.
Good stuff.